Section 1: The Procrastination Plague. We've all been there. Ever stared at a looming deadline like it's a rogue pigeon about to attack your sandwich? Yeah, we've all been there. Procrastination, that sneaky beast, affects everyone from students facing Mount Everest-sized piles of homework to entrepreneurs brainstorming the next billion-dollar app. We tell ourselves just 5 more minutes of scrolling through cat memes, and before we know it, those 5 minutes morph into 5 hours. Suddenly we're scrambling to finish that important project at 3 a.m., fueled by questionable life choices and an alarming amount of coffee. But fear not, fellow procrastinators, there's hope for us yet. Just like a superhero swoops in to save the day, we too can learn to conquer procrastination with a few simple tricks and a sprinkle of humor. So, buckle up, grab your metaphorical superhero capes or a cozy blanket, whichever is closer, and let's embark on this epic journey to conquer procrastination once and for all. Section 2: The Science of I'll Do It Tomorrow and Why Tomorrow Never Comes. Our brains, those fascinating yet occasionally frustrating organs, play a significant role in our procrastination patterns. See, our brains love instant gratification. That feeling of accomplishment when we check off a small task. Our brain throws a mini party. But when we face a large, daunting task, our brains hit the panic button. Too much work. They scream, urging us to seek comfort in more immediately rewarding activities like sekokone, watching paint dry, or counting the tiles on the ceiling. Here's where the science bit comes in. When we procrastinate, our brains release dopamine, a feel-good chemical. So in a way, procrastination is like a delicious but ultimately unhealthy snack for our brains. It feels good in the moment, but the long-term consequences, not so much. Understanding the science behind procrastination is the first step to overcoming it. Now that we know our brains are wired for instant gratification, we can start implementing strategies to outsmart our inner procrastinators. Section 3: Tiny Tasks, Triumphant You, the Power of Micro-Goals. One effective way to combat procrastination is to break down large, intimidating tasks into smaller, more manageable chunks. Think of it like eating a giant pizza. You wouldn't try to stuff the whole thing in your mouth at once. Unless you're in a pizza eating contest, in which case, power to you. Instead, you take it one slice at a time. Similarly, breaking down a large project into micro goals makes it feel less overwhelming and more achievable. Instead of writing finish 10-page report on your to-do list, try write 1 paragraph of the introduction. See, doesn't that feel more doable already? As you complete each micro goal, your brain gets a hit of dopamine, reinforcing positive feelings associated with productivity. You'll be surprised how quickly those small wins add up to big accomplishments. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and your masterpiece, whether it's a work presentation or a perfectly organized sock drawer, doesn't have to be either. Take it one step at a time and celebrate each milestone along the way. Section 4: Outsmart your inner procrastinator. Time for a brain hack. Another handy trick to outsmart your procrastination gremlins is the 2-minute rule. This simple yet effective technique involves tricking your brain into getting started on a task, even if it's just for 2 minutes. The idea is that once you overcome that initial resistance and get moving, you're more likely to keep going. It's like that first step out of bed on a cold morning. It's always the hardest part, but once you're up, you're good to go. So, the next time you find yourself staring blankly at your to-do list, pick one task, set a timer for 2 minutes, and just start working on it. You might be surprised to find that those 2 minutes turn into 20, then 40, and before you know it, you've made significant progress. The 2-minute rule is a great way to break through procrastination inertia and build momentum. It's like giving your inner procrastinator a gentle nudge in the right direction, rather than engaging in a full-blown wrestling match. Section 5, the Get Stuff Done playlist. Cue the productivity anthem. Music has an incredible ability to influence our mood and motivation. So why not harness the power of music to boost your productivity and banish procrastination? Creating a dedicated Get Stuff Done playlist can be a real game changer. Choose upbeat, energetic tracks that make you feel motivated and inspired. Think movie soundtracks, instrumental music, or even your favorite pop anthems. Whatever gets you in the zone. Avoid music with lyrics that might distract you, especially if your task involves writing or intense concentration. And don't be afraid to experiment. Try different genres and see what works best for you. Music can act as a powerful tool to shift your mindset and create a positive and productive work environment. So, put on your headphones, crank up the volume, and let the music fuel your focus. Know you've been a good friend. Section 6, Buddy Up for Success. Find your accountability partner in crime. Sometimes, we all need a little help from our friends to stay on track. That's where accountability partners come in. Find a friend, colleague, or family member who also struggles with procrastination. Let's be honest, who doesn't? And team up to conquer your goals together. Share your goals with each other. Set deadlines and check in regularly to track your progress. Knowing someone else is counting on you can be a powerful motivator. Plus, it's always more fun to celebrate victories and commiserate over setbacks with a friend by your side. You can even create a friendly competition to add an extra layer of motivation. For example, set a weekly challenge and the winner gets to choose the next movie night pick or enjoys a well-deserved treat. Remember, accountability is all about support and encouragement, not judgment or pressure. Choose an accountability partner who will uplift and motivate you, not add to your stress levels. Section 7. Celebrate every victory. Even small wins deserve a happy dance. In our quest to conquer procrastination, it's crucial to acknowledge and celebrate our progress, no matter how small. Every step forward, every task completed, deserves a moment of recognition. Did you finally finish the presentation you've been putting off for weeks? Treat yourself to a fancy latte. Did you manage to resist the siren call of social media and focus on your work for a solid hour? High five. Celebrating small wins releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that boost our mood and motivation. It also reinforces positive behaviors, making us more likely to repeat them in the future. So break out your victory dance, indulge in a guilt-free treat, or simply take a moment to appreciate your own awesomeness. You deserve it. Section 8. Forgive yourself and move on. Procrastination happens, no biggie. We're all human, and procrastination is a natural part of life. Even with the best intentions, there will be times when we fall back into old habits or simply lack the motivation to tackle our to-do lists. And that's okay. The key is to be kind to ourselves, forgive our slip-ups, and focus on getting back on track. Dwelling on past procrastination will only make us feel worse and increase our resistance to taking action. Remember, progress, not perfection, is the goal. So, if you find yourself procrastinating, don't beat yourself up about it. Acknowledge it, identify the factors that contributed to it, and make a plan to overcome them in the future. Procrastination is a journey, not a destination. There will be bumps along the way, but with each step, we learn and grow. So, embrace the journey, celebrate the victories, and never give up on your quest for productivity. Section 9. Ready, set, go. It's time to conquer your to-do list. Congratulations on making it to the end of this procrastination boosting guide. Now that you're armed with these practical tips and a newfound understanding of your brain's inner workings, it's time to put your knowledge into action. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So, start small, break down those daunting tasks, and celebrate every victory along the way. Don't be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Forgive your slip-ups and never stop striving for progress. The power to conquer procrastination is within you. Now go forth and make it happen.